Ganesha Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marutatulyabekam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutamukhyam Sri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Grudau Vande Radhavandau Punah Punah Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamuktaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpathyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Nilambujasyamalakomalangam Sita Samaropita Bhamabhagam Pranao Mahasayekacharuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. So we are in the Sundarakand where Hanumanji went in search of Sitaji, overcoming obstacles. First one was the Mainak Parvat, then Surasa, then Simhika, then Lankini. All of them we saw their significance also, especially Surasa. That is the most important thing. Surasa stands for greed. more. That's why stomach, mouth keep on increasing. But the best method to overcome greed is reduce your needs. That is the best way. Become small. So then what happens? Greed will automatically get controlled. So in Gita also Bhagavan said, Tasmat tvam indriyan nyato niyamya paradarshabha. So he said, so from the outward level you start controlling, then the mind gets automatically controlled. So first you start controlling the sense intelligence outwardly, physically, then mind also gets automatically controlled. This is the teaching. Now then Simhika was jealousy, we saw that. Then Lankini, Lankini got a beating and she said, this is what satsang does. So only in satsang our ego gets punctured. In every other sang what happened, our ego gets boosted. That you know that all parties we go, that is all sangha only. But what is that happens there? Everybody's ego gets boosted. One person told me that, Swamiji, I came to this country with $8 but now you know how much I am worth. 80 million. Ah, I told him I was waiting for a person like you only. Ask for donation. Then suddenly the tone changes. After all, it is only in the paper. I have no liquid money. So, anyway, afterwards, Hanumanji took the form of a mosquito and entered Lankaji, remembering Hari, Bhavan Hari, and Narahari, it is said. So, Tulsidaji uses the word Narahari. Narahari, one meaning is Narasimha Bhagavan, because he has to face challenges. So he has to have very good strength. That Narahari. Also another meaning is Hari in the form of Nara, that is Rama. So that both meanings are there, remembering Narahari. Hanumanji entered, and after entering, he went in search of Sitaji everywhere, but he could not find it. But finally he met Vibhishana, and Vibhishana's guidance, he reached Ashokavadi. At Ashokavadi he saw Sitaji from a distance, and he prostrated to her from a distance. And he mentally, he knew that it is Sitaji, but still he wanted to make sure before he decided to meet her. Thinking, then what happened? So whenever we have in a dilemma, Duvida, at that time some indication will come from Bhagavan. So that is what happened. Ravana came with Mandodari, etc., and pleaded with Sitaji that you should become my Pattamahishi, and even Mandodari and others will serve you as a servant. So that is, he's talking, that he's telling that in front of Mandodari only. So that is the nature of Ravana. Think about it. So to answer that, Sitaji picked up a blade of grass and addressed that whatever you are offering is equivalent to this blade of grass. So you are a coward, you are shameless. All these words she uses to insult him completely. And what are you? You are like a firefly in front of my Lord Rama, who is the sun. How many millions of fireflies cannot make the equivalent to sunrise? That is the idea. And then Ravana got really angry. He took out his Chandrahas and said, I am going to kill you. Now itself, how dare you insult me? That he said, very good, kill me. That is better. But Mandodari stopped her, saying that killing an Abala doesn't give you glory. And then he said, okay, 1 month time I will give you. And he instructed all Rakshasis to give her maximum trouble and persuade her to become his queen. So they started giving trouble. That time, you can imagine Hanumanji's condition. He wanted to go and smash them, but then he controlled himself. And he was thinking now how I can appear before Sitaji. When these ladies, these Rakshasis, description of the Rakshasis are given in Valmiki Ramayana, in detail it is given, how they look, how horrible they look, some with 3 eyes, some with 1 eye, some with the mouth, only mouth, nothing else. So, and then their hair also, the description of the hair also there. And such people you can still see now. Even now you can see if you go to New York, 42nd Street, the hair standing like this with different colors. Wow! I thought Valmiki must have seen those people to describe. So, beautiful description is there, but Tulsidas doesn't give that much of description here. But that, looking at them itself, it's frightening. And at that time, our Trijada comes, now we can chant that.
Trijada naam rajasi eka, Ramcharan rati nipuna viveka, sab hamo sunaye si sapna, सीते से करहु हित अपना, सपने वानर लंका जारी, जातु धान सेना सब मारी, घर आरूढ़ नगन दस सीसा, मुंडित सिर खंडित भुज बीसा, यही विधि सोदर जिन दिशि जाई, लंका मनहु विभीषण पाई, नगर फिरी रघुवीर दोहाई, तब प्रभु सीता बोली पठाई, यह सपना में कहूँ पुकारी, होई सत्य गए दिन चारी, तासु बचन सुनिते सब डरी, जनक सुता के चरनी परी.
Now, Trijada said, she has got great devotion to the feet of Bhagavan. Trijada naam rajasi eka, Ramcharan rati nipuna viveka. She is devoted to the feet of Bhagavan Ramchandraji. Not only that, she has got vivek also, and very skillful, intelligent. She called all Rakshasis and said, stop all these things. I tell you, I had a dream, and what is good for all of us is to serve Sitaji. What I saw in my dream, a monkey has come here and he burned Lanka. Hanumanji thought, oh, good idea. Immediately Hanumanji became very alert. He killed all Rakshasas. That's a good idea. That 10-headed Ravana riding on a donkey in his birthday suit, Nagana, all his 20 hands are cut off and head shaven off. He is going towards south. Yamaraj, I saw that Vibhishan got this Lanka, and there was victory to Lord Rama, and he returned to his place with Sitaji with him. I tell you, the dream of mine will become a reality. Within few days, they all got scared listening to her words, and they all came, touched the feet of Sitaji. Rakshasis, if they leave you, that itself is a great seva. All of them gone now. And now Sitaji spoke to Trijada, you are my only friend, please do me a favor. I can't stand the separation from my Lord. I don't know where he is, whether he is looking for me or remembers me. Nothing I know. The best thing that I should do now is die. Just get me some fire. I will kindle that fire and jump into it and kill myself. So this is a state of depression. And you feel like, ending our life, you can't bear any more the pain. But she tried to console her, saying that you know Bhagavan's power, have patience, but still she was such a condition that she cannot listen to any advice anymore. She tell right time we don't, then she said right night time we don't get fire in Lanka, and she went away. Now, at that time, she looked at the stars and said that one star, if it comes down, it will give me some fire. And stars are also not coming down. And then she looked at the Ashoka tree, and turning towards the Ashoka tree, she said, live up to your name. And the tender leaves were shining in the moonlight. When she saw that, it looks like a fire, tongues of fire, and please give me one spark, that is enough. And as she was pleading with this tree, her hands were extended, and at that time, Hanumanji thought, I will drop the ring. The moment she saw the ring, she got suddenly surprised how this ring has come, and she also knew that it cannot be duplicated. And another thought came to her, how is it possible that the ring is here in Lanka? And has anybody defeated my Lord, conquered him and brought this? Oh, that is not possible. And anybody kill him? That is also not possible, because if something like that happened, my heart would have reacted, but nothing has happened. So that means nothing has happened to my Lord. So as she was thinking, now Hanumanji was thinking, now what to do? God, then he started singing Ramakatha. And sitting there, so because Hanumanji is so Gita Maruti, Sankita Maruti, he's a beautiful, great musician. Hanumanji is a great musician because he is good. Shivaji's avatara, Shivaji is the origin of music and dance. So he is the one. So naturally, Hanumanji is a musician. So he started singing in beautiful voice. And she was impressed. That also Ramayana Katha, starting from the beginning. And then after Sita ji was abducted, what happened she didn't know. That Katha is also added. How Ramchandra ji went in search of Sita ji and met Jadayu. Then afterward Viratavada. Then afterward there is Vishna. All those stories, and Agastya Rishi, all those stories, and then said before that also they came. Then Panchavadi Vasam, and then afterwards how he was abducted, she was abducted, afterwards Jarayu, and then again how they met Sugriva and Balivatham, and then how he sent Vanara Senas to every direction, and southern direction one team came, and one of them have come to Lanka. After that, and she was so impressed because it's Ramakatha. When she is listening, it was nothing like a nectar to her ears. And she said, who is this person singing so beautifully? Yeah. Why don't you come in front of me? That moment, Hanumanji, overwhelmed with love, what happened was, without thinking, he jumped and came down and stood in front of her. Now think of it, you are hearing a melodious voice and you asked him to come, and what you see, a monkey. Now what do you feel? Sitaji was expecting somebody else. he did was, he pulled one, and before Akshakumar came and settled down in the battlefield, he attacked, Hanumanji attacked him. He breaks down the very chariot with one blow, and another blow on his head, Akshakumar head, and the head went into his stomach. And Akshakumar died on the spot. When this happened, all other army also got frightened. They ran away, and as they were running away, Hanumanji also crushed them, and most of them died. The one who escaped, they went and reported to Ravana. And Ravana, what? Akshakumar, my son also died. Now let me go. At that time, his son Meghana said, just for a monkey, you yourself going is disgraceful. When I am here, I will go. Indrajit was very powerful and mighty. And Ravana always had great trust and love for him. He said, he had so much confidence that Indrajit can kill. So he said, son, don't kill him. Bring him. I want to see from where he has come. So Indrajit goes there and they started fighting. Hanumanji became uncontrollable. Meghada tried everything. His Maya, see, Meghada was very good in Maya, Yuddha. So he was a great Mayavi. So all Maya he tried. So Rakshasa Maya is nothing in front of Bhagavan. Hanumanji is none other than Lord Shiva. So in his presence, what Maya? No Maya works. And finally Indrajit was frustrated. What kind of power is this? He has not seen such power. And then he said, there is only one thing left now. What is that? The last missile. The last missile was Brahmastra. So let me use that. Only then he invoked Brahmastra and he shot Brahmastra. And when Brahmastra was coming, Hanumanji thought that he had a boon also, that even Brahmastra will not affect him. But in Ramayana, sometime there are Ramayana Natakam and all that there it is very interesting that when Indrajit shot Brahmastra, it was not affecting Hanumanji. So because he stood there with folded hand, it was going round and round, it is not hitting him. So this Indrajit got so angry with Brahmaji. What? With so much of tapas and all that, I got this missile from you. You said it is infallible, nobody can stand this, this is the last one. Imagine you spend a lot of foreign exchange and buy a missile, nuclear weapon from some country, and then when it is trying to use, it doesn't work. What will be your thinking? Same way, Indrajit also felt miserable and he started firing Brahmaji. And Brahmaji appeared there and said, told Hanumanji, beta jara, mera izzat ki baat hai. Please save my face. So then Hanumanji said, okay, if that is the case, I will accept it. So Hanumanji thought, let me get bound, that way I will keep the respect and power of Brahmaji, and this way I will get a chance to speak to Ravana also face to face. Because Ravana after all was a devotee of Lord Shiva, and Hanumanji is Shivaji's avatar. So naturally he wanted to try to correct his devotee. That was his thinking. And then only to accomplish Bhagavan work, he got bound by Brahmastra. And see, Mekadad was still afraid. Even though he used Brahmastra to tie him, but he felt that he may come out of it, So he tied another, used another astra, that is the Nagastra, and to tie him down again. So the rule is that if you use another astra above Brahmastra, over Brahmastra, then Brahmastra's power will go. But he didn't care. So he used another Nagastra to tie him. When that was done, while falling down, Hanumanji fell down with his huge body, where more Rakshasas were there. He crushed them also by sheer weight of his body. Now, Hanumanji was tied with Brahmastra and Nagastra. All these Rakshasas thought that now we can kick him and punish him. And whatever we can do now. Hanumanji said, okay, do whatever you want, I will see you later. He was taken to Ravana's darbar. When Ravana saw Hanumanji, this Kapi, monkey, and Indrajit said, Father, I had to use finally Brahmastra to bring him. Then he is worthy of seeing me. Ravana's pride again, you see. But when he saw Hanumanji, he remembered he is the one devastated my Ashoka Vadika and killed my Rakshasas. And he laughed looking at him. And then he remembered he is the one who killed my son. But very proud he is. He said, "Oh monkey, who are you? On whose strength you are destroying my Vadika? Haven't you heard my name and fame? I see that you have no fear at all. Otherwise, hearing my name, people shiver in their boots. What offense my Rakshasas have done to you? Why did you kill them? Are you not worried about your own life?" Now the beauty of the answer you see from Hanumanji. He said, "Do you want to know who am I? I shall introduce myself to you. You know, there is one Satchidananda Brahma with Maya Shakti, the Paramatma Ishvara, under whose control the whole world, including Devatas, remain. It is because of his power Shesha Bhagavan holds entire creation on his head. And because of that power, a little bit has come to you. And you are able to conquer the world, three worlds. And what have you done? You have kidnapped his consort, Sita ji. And I tell you, I am the messenger of that great Lord." See, what an introduction. Number 2, why did I destroy the Vatika? I was hungry, I was a tourist, this Lanka. I came with a tourist visa and I was roaming about sightseeing and I got hungry. I saw some beautiful juicy fruits and I was eating. Why did I kill Rakshasas? I did not do anything. They only came and attacked me. So, anything happened, it was only an act of self-defense. Everyone loves one's own body. They were beating, and I returned their beating. That's all. And in the process, they died. Now what can I do? Now, are you asking, and you are asking, do I know you? That was your question. I know you very well. You are the same Ravana who was defeated by Sahasrabahu, Kartavira Arjuna. Kartavira Arjuna had 1,000 hands. One day what happened? So Ravana lived long. See, the whole Treta Yuga he was. So, Kartavira Arjuna was at that time, Parashurama's time. So one day, he had many wives. So he used the 1,000 hands to make a dam. He blocked the flow of Gangaji and he made a dam with his hands. So he made a swimming pool for all his wives. So everybody was having a nice time sporting, water sport, etc., boating, etc., everything they were doing, enjoying. Then what happened was, because of that dam, water blocked, down there was no water. So Ravana was traveling. Ravana was a religious person. Whatever be he is, Rakshasa, but he followed Sandhyavandanam. Trikala Sandhyavandanam he always do. It is very clearly written in Valmiki Ramayana. And Sandhyavandanam, he was going somewhere in Pushpa Viman, and then Sandhya time came. So he saw the river, so immediately he got down and he was doing his Sandhyavandanam sitting there. And at that time what happened was, this Kartavira Arjuna removed his hand. Then the flood came and Ravana was sitting, praying, doing Sandhyavandanam. And what happened? He suddenly started floating in the water. He got so angry. Who dare do this? So he looked at Kartavira Arjuna. He said, you are the one culprit. He started fighting with him. And Kartavira Arjuna just simply defeated him. And then tied him and brought him to his place and put him in the Karagraha, jail. And he could not do anything. Ravana was imprisoned by Kartavira Arjuna. He was very powerful. And after 1 year he stayed there. Only his father came to know and he asked him to release him and he released him. So that is, Hanumanji is referring to that. You are that Ravana, isn't it? And also I know you are the same Ravana who was under the tail of Hanumanji, hanging. Not Hanumanji, Vali, hanging. You know that I told the story to the children. No, you are the same Ravana. Is it not? Ravana never liked anyone giving reference to these two incidents. He just laughed loudly so that Hanumanji's voice got drowned. I am the servant of that Lord. I am not worried about my life. I have no fear. Ravana, please understand that the Lord is most compassionate and anyone who surrenders to Him, Bhagavan doesn't pay any attention to the faults or vices or offenses of that person, and He will protect him. He will forgive all your aparadhas. You do that, you have got this terrible ego. Give up that ego and worship Ramchandraji. Even now you can save yourself. Not only yourself, whole your Rakshasa Kula, the entire Rakshasas family, you can, innocent people, they have not done anything wrong. You can save them from getting destroyed, become widowed. Return Sitaji with honor. and all will be fine with you. Ravana sat looking at it, laughed and said, look, in this whole world, only one monkey has to be my guru. I said, you are giving me advice, I don't like advice. I don't need anybody's advice. Your death is very near you. Hanumanji said, just the opposite will happen. Ravana called all his Rakshasas and told them to kill him. At that time, Vibhishana came there and said, Maharaj, he is only a messenger, Doot. You cannot kill a messenger. This is called diplomatic immunity. You can punish him all right, but you cannot kill him. That is Shastra Vidhi. Oh, Ravana looked at everybody, because by the time that Trijada's dream story has spread, you see, now everybody is looking at Vibhishana as their leader, actually. And he understood. So Ravana said, okay, these monkeys have... So then he knew that the monkeys have got great love for their tail, because he has tasted that problem, the Vali's tail. Some people are very fond of their moustache, like that. Here it is, the monkeys are very fond of their tail. Ravana said, bring all rags, clothes, etc. and dip them in oil. Then you tie those clothes around his tail, wrap the tail with that and set it on fire. Let him go to his master and tell him the tail of his tail. All these Rakshasas went home and brought clothes and oil and started wrapping his tail. Hanumanji was playing with them. He playfully, slowly increased his tail. They were so immersed in wrapping the tail, they did not realize it is increasing. Here it is that there was no more oil or old clothes left in Lanka. After that, they took out a procession around the city. Hanumanji thought that I get a free Lanka darshan. And he was paying attention to everything. Now all these Rakshasas with dholak and music started playing, and some of them kicking him. And at one place they stopped and then set fire on the tail. Hanumanji waited for the fire to catch well on his tail. And what they thought that he will die there like Holika Dahanam, But that did not happen. Suddenly Hanumanji became so small, all those bondages became loose, and he just slipped out of it and climbed the palace of Ravana and made himself a huge body. They have shot.
देह विशाल परम हरुआई, मंदिर ते मंदिर चढ़ाई, जरई नगर आलोक विहाला, झपट लपट बहु कोटि कराला, तात मातुहा सुनिय पुकारा, यही अवसर को हम ही गुबारा, हम जो कहा यह कभी नहीं होई, बानर रूप धरे सुर कोई, साधु अवज्ञा कर अनाथ कर जैसा, जारा न करु निमिष एक माही, एक विभीषण कर गृह नाही, ताकर दूत अनल जहि सिरिचा, जरा न सोते ही कारण गिरिजा, उलटी पलटी लंका सब जारी, कूदी परा पुनि सिंधु मझारी।
देह विशाल परम अरुआई. Hanumanji had that siddhi, Ashta Siddhi. So this is called he can become big. He increased his size to a big size and at the same time light in weight, like kite. So that he can jump from one palace to another and set fire. If you have a heavy body, then what happens? The palace will collapse. No, but it's lightweight. Now at that time, wind started blowing as though giving signal to Hanumanji. Mandira, mandira, from palace to palace, he was moving very fast. Set fire to all the houses. All the Rakshasas started crying aloud, "Father, oh mother," and all the firefighters were of no use. Ravana started calling out to Indra Bhagavan, "Bring the clouds of deluge time, pour waters and put out the fire," he commanded. Indra Bhagavan sent all the clouds, but what happened was, when they started pouring, instead of water, oil was coming. If you are against Bhagavan, the opposite will happen. All these Rakshasas started crying, "Who will save us?" And somebody always will tell you, "I was telling you before that this is not an ordinary monkey. He is some devata in monkey form. When you insult and dishonor a sadhu, this will be the result." Lanka was on fire in no time, except Vibhishana's house. How is that Hanumanji was not burned when his tail was on fire? Tulsidaji says, the fire element came from the Lord, and he is the servant of the Lord, and he is serving the Lord. How can fire burn him? But Valmiki Rishi says, "Et shokavanyam janakatmajayam." This fire is the sorrow of Janaki Devi. When a person gives grief to a bhakta, that grief will assume this fire. Not only that, Hanumanji had the blessings of Agni Devata also. And another thing, they say that Sitaji, when she heard that Hanumanji's tail caught fire, she prayed to Agni Devata. And Agni Devata appeared before Sitaji and said, "Rakshasas may set fire on his tail, Hanumanji, but then what will happen that you will see." It will be destruction for others, not for him, he said. Now, difficult job for Hanumanji, and Lanka is burning. Suddenly he thought that, what did I do without thinking? What will happen to Sitaji? Did I burn the whole Ashokavadi also? And then he jumped into the ocean and put out the fire from his tail, and he went to see Sitaji. He saw everything is Kushal, Mangal, and now he has got a very difficult job. to take leave of Sita ji. Now, if she says, don't go, then to disobey her order also is not possible. But what he did, he just went and stood there in front of Sita ji, saying nothing. And he was happy to see that all were safe there. Now, then he said, Mother, just as Ramchandraji gave me a ring, whose strength I could cross the ocean and come and see you. They say, now that ring I have given to you. Now, same way, you also give me something whose strength I can go back. See how beautifully he handled the situation. He didn't say, bye, let me go and come. Nothing, he didn't say that. So, she also understood immediately and took out the Chudamani, the crust jewel, and gave it to him. You please give my message also to my Lord. Bhagavan, your promise to your devotee that you will rush towards them to remove their suffering. And why is it that you are delaying now? She tells Hanumanji, please narrate the story of Jayant, Indra's son. You know that the Aranyakand beginning, we told you the story to him because only we two were there when it happened. Nobody knows. He will know then you met me. That time you were so quick in rescuing me. Now so much this Ravana has done. You are still sitting there. That is the idea. Remind him about his might and prowess and tell him if he doesn't come within a month, then he will not see me alive. Hanumanji said, Sitaji said, Hanuman, I was drowning in the ocean of grief of separation, and at that time you came and consoled me. Now you are also going away, and for me it is the same dreary days and nights. Please do something quickly. Hanumanji said, Mother, that is what I will do. Sooner I go and tell Ramchandraji your whereabouts, quickly he will come. And saying this, prostrating before Sitaji, Hanumanji returned. Now Tulsidaji is a Natya Kavi. In half Chaupahi, Tulsidaji bring Hanumanji back to the seashore. All the monkeys were waiting for him. They were very joyous to see him. And in Valmiki Ramayana, Hanumanji communicate to them from the sky itself, air itself, say, Drashta Sita. That is the communication. First he says, Drashta, I saw. Whom you saw? Not Ravana, Sita. So that's the best way. After details we'll see, details we'll fill up later. But that first message itself consoled, satisfied everybody. And Hanumanji said, let us go to Ramchandraji. And he has seen the condition of Sitaji. As they were asking, he was telling them a story, what happened. Now Hanumanji is a foreign returned person. They want to know so much about Lanka. And they asked, did you see Ravana? And as they heard the story, they kept moving and finally reached Kishkinda. And before going to see Sugriva, they were all hungry because thirsty, hungry. And this Sugriva has got a particular garden, it's called Madhuvan. It was very dear to Sugriva. When all these monkeys came there they found juicy fruits and drinks, and they were so happy. They asked Angad, can we have a go? We have party. Because we have now achieved something. God said, go enjoy. And when the guards came to stop them, they beat them up. And they went and reported to Sugriva. And Sugriva, when he heard that, he understood that they must have accomplished the job. Otherwise, they dare not go there. And finally, after enjoying the fruits and drinks and all that, they satisfied, they came to Sugriva. The job that was done, Jambavan said, the job that was done by Hanumanji is a real job. He is a man of match. Award goes to Hanumanji. Sugriva said, now let us go where Ramchandraji is there. Both brothers were seated on a crystal rock. They went and touched the feet of Bhagavan. When Bhagavan saw all of them, he inquired them for their welfare. Jambavanji says, Bhagavan, any person who is the recipient of your blessing, then all is well with him. He cannot come to any harm. Bhagavan, the work that was done by Hanumanji is indescribable. Now here he started singing the glory of his devotee Hanumanji. And then he narrated the whole story, what happened as he heard from Hanumanji. And Bhagavan was so pleased. He got up and embraced Hanumanji. Then he said, I don't know what to give you in return. I looked at the whole world as to what gift I can give you for what you have done to me. I found nothing equivalent to that. Therefore, I just hug you. Means Bhagavan leaves his heart with his devotee. Means he gave himself to him. I am indebted to you for whole life, he said. When Bhagavan asked, please tell me how Sitaji is living there. Hanumanji said, day and night she is meditating upon your lotus feet, chanting your name. Her pranas wants to leave the body, but the eyes keep on hoping for your darshan. The body is ready to get burned in the fire of separation, but the clouds of ice pour down the waters and put out the fire. The idea is there is a darshana abhilasha. Bhagavan, suddenly Hanumanji got overwhelmed and said, what is there to describe? Every moment he is appearing like a kalpa, one cycle of creation for her. Quickly now, let us go and rescue her. Bhagavan also says, yes, let us start. Army is ready. Bhagavan looks at Hanumanji and said, how did you do all this? Crossing the ocean, overcoming the obstacles, killing the Rakshasas in their own territory, and finally burning Lanka. Actually, Hanumanji was worried whether the Lord approved his burning Lanka or not, because that was not in the agenda, you see. Bhagavan, Hanumanji, Bhagavan, it was your strength that made me do all that. And millions of monkeys in different colors and shapes marched to Lanka. Bhagavan started here, and Ravana and Sitaji, both of them came to know the sign. It is due to sign of omen. For women, if their left eye or hand throbs, it is Shubha Shakunam. But for man, if it is left side throbbing, it is bad omen for him. Sitaji felt good. Ravana felt bad. Here the whole Sena goes, and the Lord finally reached the seashore, the other side of Lanka, and put up a camp there. Now think about it, billions of monkeys. They must have carried their, whatever it is, the what do you call, the Shamiana and all that, tent, yeah, they must have carried. And all, there is no food, they did carry food. But for monkeys and all that, food is available everywhere. So all the mountains, they provide food for them, roots, fruits and all that. And you think that they will lack all that? When Bhagavan himself is present, the entire nature will automatically give them. So it is a big organization if you think about it. And now they settled down there. How? Ramchandraji and Vanarasena. Now let us go to Lanka. What happened there? Ever since Hanumanji had burned Lanka, all Rakshasas were living in fear. They were thinking that one monkey came and created such havoc. What if the whole monkey Sena and Rama himself come? What will happen to all of us? But there was censorship, you see. Nobody could speak about that openly. That's why curfew was declared. See. But they talked in their houses privately. Mandodari is Ravana's queen. She had spies. They reported to her, this is what is going on. She was wise and also a devotee of Rama. But at the same time, Ravana, who had 10 heads, not even one head was working all right. One day, Ravana was getting ready to go to his darbar, his court. She came and touches his feet and say, "Hey Natha, please listen. One monkey came and all that happened. Now all our Lankavasis are so worried. Please understand, ever since you brought Sitaji here, all these troubles started. Please return her with honor." But one thing, he loved Mandodari very much. If anyone else said that, you return Sitaji, that person had it. He embraced her, saying that you women are always like that. You are scared for nothing. Even in auspicious moment also they are worried. Now what auspiciousness now? He said, don't worry, and console her. He went to the court. Now ask the court, Mantrigana, what is to be done? And what is the news? They all said, Mantriganas, my lord, the other army has arrived at the other side of the ocean. Oh, now what should we do? All the ministers said, what is there to be done? Mastra. Sit calmly. You have conquered the whole world single-handedly. What is there to be afraid of man and monkey? They will become our breakfast, lunch, dinner, that is all. Don't worry. At that time Vibhishana came. Ravana asked, what do you say? Vibhishana said, don't listen to your ministers. This enemy is not an ordinary enemy. You are creating enmity with the Lord of the universe. Better return Sitaji with honor. At that time, his maternal side, his grandfather was there. His name was Malyavan. And Malyavan also said, Ravana, this younger brother Vibhishana is very wise. Listen to his counsel. Ravana gets angry. Both of you talking to me about the of our enemy. Remove both of them from here. Malyavan said, no need, I will go myself. He went away. Even though Ravana told to remove Vibhishana, no Rakshasas came toward to do that, because they already heard the dream of Trijadha. They knew he is the rising sun and Ravana was a setting sun. They call here a lame duck. Second term of presidency. Again Vibhishana said, because he is a sadhu, he always think about the welfare of others. Parakari satnodi, iti sadhu. Sadhu is the one who think of the welfare of others. Vibhishanji said, Sumati kumati sabke urrahi. It's a very beautiful advice in everybody's mind. Noble thought arise, even evil thought also there. Both are there. But somebody follow evil thought, naturally there will be all destruction. But if someone follows the noble thought, all prosperity and peace will be there. Maharaj, I don't know how such ignoble thought taken root in your mind. And he reminds him, you are a learned person, you are educated, well versed in Shastra, you are a Samavedi, and on the spot he can compose verses like that. Such a great person, how did this evil thought took root in your mind? You are keeping Sitaji here. She is a chaste Pativrata woman. Very, very wrong thing you are doing. And please return to her with honor. I am telling you, for my sake you do it, Is that you have any love for me? I consider you like my father, and please, for my sake, you return to her. It will definitely save not only you or our whole Rakshasa Vamsha. And saying that, he went to touch his feet with folded hand. And what Ravana did? He got furious. Everybody is coming and advising me. He got up from his seat and kicked Vibhishana, saying, you go and join that enemy of mine, as you are thinking very highly of him. And when he was kicked, Vibhishana said, you are like my father. Even if you kick me, but still I tell you, your welfare lies only in surrendering to Ram. Later on, don't blame me that I did not warn you or advise. Now here, Vibhishana decided to go, and Vibhishana with his few ministers went straight to Ramchandraji. The moment Vibhishana left, Tulsidaji says, all Lankavasis, including Ravana, became Ayuheen. Because Ravana said, eating my salt, you are praising my enemy. That is what he said. But actually speaking, it was Vibhishana's tapas and his nobility was supporting Lanka. The moment he left, all became Ayuheen, lifeless. Because if you insult a sadhu purusha, sadhu may forget, but Bhagavan will not forget that. Bhagavan will see that you are punished. Ever since Vibhishana left Lanka, actually Ravana became lifeless. Now here Vibhishana was thinking, is it true that now I will be beholding the lotus feet of my Lord? Now this is in Valmiki Ramayana, Sundarakand ends when Hanumanji goes back and report to Ramchandraji. There it ends. But here Tulsidaji extends that story because he wanted to bring, like Vibhishana Sharanagati is one of the most important things, and that he wanted to include in Sundarakand. So that's why he included that in Sundarakand. So, these Rakshasas, they can fly. And as he was flying, he was thinking, will Bhagavan accept me, knowing that I am the brother of that Rakshasa, Ravana, who kidnapped his own consort Sitaji. And at the same time, he was remembering the nature of Ramchandraji, how compassionate he is, how soft-hearted he is, thinking about his virtues, and at the same time doubting whether Bhagavan will accept me or not. This was the thought of Bharata also. As he was thinking, he reached the other shore. And the monkey saw 4 plus 1, 5 Rakshasas ready to approach land. They told, stand there only. And they stood there and reported to their boss, Sugriv. Sugriv inquired, who are you? And Vibhishana said, I am brother of Ravana. We want to see Ramchandraji. We have come to see Ramchandraji. Oh, stay there, let us say. Vibhishana and the ministers standing there in the sky. Sugriva didn't allow them to land. He said, wait. Then Sugriva went to Ramchandraji and informed, Maharaj, that brother of Ravana has come seeking refuge here. Now what shall we do? Bhagavan asked, tell me. Sugriva, please tell me for my friend, what should be done? Sugriva said immediately, imprison him. We don't know this Rakshasas, Maya. Whether he is really a Vibhishana or not, that also we don't know. Maybe he is a spy, wanting to know our secret here. Now, Hanumanji was also there. He was thinking, oh, I told Vibhishana that if you come to Bhagavan, he will always receive you. Now my master is saying, jail mein dalo. But Bhagavan said, from the political standpoint, whatever you said is correct. See how he answers. But my policy is totally different. If anyone comes to me and once tells me that I am yours, then I make him fearless. I give him refuge. Therefore, bring that Vibhishana here. If he has come to surrender, it is very good. And if he has come here with some ulterior motive, then don't worry. Our Lakshmana is here. He can take care of him. Bhagavan did say, I can take care of him. He said, Lakshmana is here. Then Vibhishana was escorted to Bhagavan, and from a distance he prostrated a Sashtanga Namaskar. And he said, Bhagavan, hearing your great glory, that anyone surrenders to you, he attains all happiness, free from all fear of samsara. Hearing this, I have come. I surrender to you totally. Bhagavan heard the Dina Vachanam. Bhagavan got up and lifted him and made him sit near him. Bhagavan said, majority of people understand me as the giver of the fruit of action. Karma bhalatthata. But they don't know, they don't understand one thing. If only according to our karma, if we get results, we will never be liberated. But when a person understanding his or her own limitation and surrendered to the Lord, or then whatever karmas are there, I will see that it is removed. This forgiving and compassionate aspect is not known to everybody. See, here Ramayana and Gita also Bhagavan many places said. It is not only in Bible, it is said, you come to me, I will remove your papas. Here Bhagavan says, you surrender to me, I will forgive all your sins. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tva sarva papebhyaha mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Such clean words Bhagavan has said in Ramayana also, many places Bhagavan said that. And he said, Vibhishana, you are a virtuous person. That is why you are very dear to me. Now Lakshmana and Sugriva, bring the waters from the ocean. And Bhagavan established kingdom in exile. He declared Vibhishana as Lankesha. Rajabhishekam done. Bhagavan decided Vibhishana will be the king of Lanka. Once Bhagavan decides, he will do it. Satya Sankalpaha. Whoever Bhagavan makes, he will be the king. Now Bhagavan asked Vibhishana, we have to cross this ocean. What is your advice? Vibhishana said, Maharaj, you are capable of drying the ocean also. But then, that is not the right way of doing. You should first pray to the ocean god and he will appear. As per his advice, we can do further. And also, ocean is your ancestor also. Sagar Maharaj. Sagar Maharaj had 60,000 children. That story you must have heard. Now, when Krishna gave this advice, Lakshmana did not like it. What? Bhagavan is here. The ocean god should have appeared before him and offered his service. And he has to pray to the ocean god. He looked at Bhagavan. Bhagavan said, we will pray, and if the luck is in our favor, everything will be fine. Then he got more angry. When you are capable of doing everything, at that time you say, if luck is in our favor, etc. Bhagavan, take up your bow and arrow and dry up this ocean. What kind of advice is this? Bhagavan looks at Lakshmana. Yes, we will do that, but just calm now, calm down now. Now he took him to one side and advised him. Now what did he say? It's very important. He says, Vibhishana has come now, and I have accepted him as our friend. And first time I asked an advice, and he gave me an advice. According to you, it may be a foolish idea, it doesn't matter. But suppose I don't accept this idea, what will happen? When we go to Lanka, some critical moment come, I need his advice. At that time, if I ask him, what will he say? You ask Lakshmana. Don't ask me. So this is called, this is very important, that if anybody gives you some advice, don't immediately condemn them and put them down. You appreciate what a very good suggestion, wonderful, we will take into consideration, we will make a note. That's the way you should handle. Especially in an organization like ours, it is a voluntary organization. We survive on volunteers. So each volunteer is important to us. It is a different management. This is not a corporate body where you pay the employees and get your work done. There the management technique is different, hire and fire, it's fine. But when it comes to organization like ours, voluntary organization, what is the incentive that we have to give to our people is inspiration. It's not the salary, it is the inspiration, that motivation, that everybody should feel inspired to do the seva. And that atmosphere we have to create. It is the duty of the organizers to create that atmosphere, that family feeling, that inspired atmosphere, so that everybody is enthused to do seva. So this is what we have to learn from Bhagavan Ramachandraji. Look at his thinking. He knew that Vibhishana's advice is not correct, but he accepted it and ordered it also. And not only ordered it, he followed it also. And said that he knew that what Lakshmana says is correct. We'll have to do it at the end of it, same thing. But right now, let me listen to let me follow what he said. So, Bhagavan went to the seashore, sat there, fasting and praying to the ocean Lord. Now we leave Bhagavan. Bhagavan has to sit there 3 days, isn't it? Now let us go to Lanka. What happened there? And see. There what happened? Ravana was anxious to know. When Vibhishana went to Ramachandraji, what exactly happened there? He wanted to know. So he sent 2 spies. because their name was Sukha Sarika, to go and find out and report to him. Now when they came as Ravana's spies, then what happened? They disguised as monkeys and mingled with the crowd. And when they saw the nature of Ramchandraji and what he did to Vibhishana, and when they saw all that, they became Bhagavan's devotees. Then they forgot themselves and they started talking. They forgot they are in disguise as monkeys. They started talking to themselves. See, this master is so kind and compassionate compared to our master. Immediately the other monkeys were listening. They heard, now which master that you are talking about? And they caught hold of them and found out they are Rakshasas. Immediately they were brought to Sugriva, their master. Sugriva said, cut off their nose and ears. They said, no, in the name of Ramchandraji we say that, don't do that. They start crying loudly, taking the name of Ramchandraji. Lakshmana heard the noise. Then he asked, what happened? Lakshmana said, leave them. And he said, go and tell your master, return Sita ji and surrender to Ramchandraji. Everything will be fine. And I am giving you a letter also. Give this to your Lord Ravana. Now look at this. They came as Ravana's spies, now became Ramabhaktas. And when they saw Lakshmana, they became Bhakta of Lakshmana also and became his messenger to Ravana. Now they became Ramchandraji's spies to Ravana. Now they went back. Now Ravana asked, what is the news? Maharaj, huge army. And he said, there is not even one monkey who cannot kill you in battle. Wow! In fact, the one monkey came here and burned Lanka. He is the weakest of all. Ravana said, don't go and blabbering. Then he gave the headline news. Maharaj, when Vibhishanaji went there, he was made a Lankesh. Then Vibhishana gave advice to pray to the ocean god. And Bhagavan is praying to the Samudra Devata. Now Ravana got a chance. Immediately Ravana started laughing. What a foolish advice. He is a darpok. And listening to such advice, and he is also following this, he is also equally useless. If anybody start praying to the ocean, you think that ocean will give way. Now I understood what intelligence is there with the enemy. Don't go on praising him. And Sukha Sarika said, we are telling you the truth. And at that time, they thought that is the right time to give the letter of Lakshmana. So they gave the letter of Lakshmana. He took it with his left hand, showing disrespect, and gave it to one of the ministers to read. If someone gave you a personal letter, you should not read in front of everyone. Because why? Because the first word was, oh fool, And Ravana gets angry. And he read the letter, and Lakshmana said, it is good for you and your entire Rakshasa Vamsha that you return Sita ji with honor. Otherwise, get ready for entire destruction of Lanka. And when he read that, Ravana said, little fellow is making too much noise. Like that he made a comment. That Shukasarika said, every word Lakshmana said is true. It is he can do it. And when Shuka again pleaded, like Vibhishana, please return Sita ji with honor, and Bhagavan will forgive you, and there will not be any harm to the Rakshasa Vamsha. He went and pleaded with him, and Ravana is now become very expert in kicking people. He also kicked his spies. You also go there. You keep praising the enemy. And naturally, Shuka went to Bhagavan, returned to Bhagavan, and Bhagavan was still seated in the meditation seat. And he goes and surrendered to Bhagavan, and Bhagavan gave him Shapa Moksha. Actually, this Rakshasa was under a curse of a rishi, and he was relieved of that Shapa, and he went away to his abode. And now here, 3 days waiting, still that Samudra Devata has not come. Now, that time, Bhagavan got angry. And he said, Lakshmana, give me my bow and arrow. Lakshmana was waiting for that only. Ready. Yes, this is good. He felt that is the best thing to do. I was telling you, I unnecessarily wasted 3 days. Some action has to be there. And Bhagavan said it is useless to plead with someone who doesn't understand. And Bhagavan set an arrow on his bow. When Bhagavan invoked Agneyastra, the ocean started boiling. And all the oceanic creatures were in panic. The ocean god took the form of a Brahmana, frightened, and came with all offering of jewels and the pearls, etc. and to Bhagavan. And he said, Bhagavan, please forgive me, forgive my misbehavior. But I tell you, the truth is, it is not my fault. Because you created the space, air, water, fire, earth. They are all made by your Maya. And all of them are endowed with certain qualities. And they remain only in that bounds. They are bound by their area. So I am ocean, only waters. We don't have our own intelligence. Bhagavan thought, oh, if this much you can talk, you can give, you cannot say you are all dull. Here, one chaupa is there. Prabhubalaki namo hi sikhatehi.
Prabhubalaki namo hi sikhatehi. Marjada puni tumhari kini. Dol gawar sudra pasunari. Sakat tadna ke adhikari.
Here one chaupa is there, very controversial. Dol gawar sudra pasunari. Sakala tadana ke adhikari. That Samudra Devata says, it is not Kosidaji says, Samudra Devata says, we are all dull, ignorant people like dole, like tabla. Gawar, a rustic villager. Shudra, the one who is free from all refinement, rustic person. Pashu, animal, and finally a nari, woman. All of them deserve what? Tadanake adhikari. Means tadana means beating. Now this is a wrong chaupai, the most criticized chaupai. One man read this and went and told his wife. This is what says in the Ramayana. You know what is written there? Dol, Gavar, Shudra, Pashunari, Sagala, Tadanake, Adhikari. She said, looking at him, our name is one time and your name is 4 times there. 4 masculine gender and 1 feminine gender. Now, tad means to beat. But that is not the only meaning. It means to take care, protect, etc. Have you seen people who play tabla? How carefully they protect their instrument. Now suppose you take dole, you have to tune them properly and take care of the instrument. That is the meaning of tadana. Gavar, now villager. You have to teach them. The villager come to the city and he doesn't know when the phone rings. He doesn't know. He will lift it and put it back there. He doesn't know. You have to lift and say hello and find out who is calling in. All these things you have to teach him. So there tadana means teaching. Educate him. Suppose you keep on beating him, nothing will happen. He will not learn. Also Shudra, no samskar. You have to educate him. And Pashu, like dog. Now dog doesn't know who is a friend and foe. He wags his tail. Now that reminds me a joke. Let me tell you that. One man, he took his dog to a veterinary doctor and said, Doctor, you have to cut off the tail of my dog. Why? He said, my mother-in-law is coming. He said, what is the connection? Because the dog is the one, he doesn't know who is welcome, who is not welcome. He starts wagging his tail. So I don't want to give any indication to my mother-in-law that she is welcome. So cut off his tail also. So, but dog is to be trained properly. Just keep on beating the dog, it won't help. So that is not the meaning of tadanake adhikari. Nari also, one should take care of Nari. Take care of her properly. If she is dushta Nari, then tadana is fine. But noble ladies, you should take care. Now, Bhagavan heard that. Okay, tell me now how to cross this ocean. He said, Oh Lord, your one arrow can dry up the ocean. All right, okay, tell me. See, in your team, there is one Nala and Neela. They are 2 brothers. They are great engineers. And also they are blessed with special power. Once they touch the stone and throw them in the water, it will float. If they write your name, it will stick to each other. And I will also support that you can make a bridge, build a bridge here, and everybody can cross. And Bhagavan liked the idea. Then he said, but tell me, this arrow which I already fixed in the bow, what will I do with that? Then ocean god said, on my northern bank there are many Rakshasas are there. You should shoot that arrow there and destroy them. Bhagavan shot the arrow and destroyed all those Rakshasas who were there, the northern bank. And ocean sort saw Bhagavan's prowess and he was happy. Nija Bhavan.
निज भवन गवन
रघुपति अमतय भाय
निज भवन गवनेउ सिंधु श्री रघुपति यह मत भायउ यह चरित कलिमल हर जथामति दास तुलसी गायउ सुख भवन संशय समन दवन विषाद रघुपति गुण गना तजि सकल सास भरोस गावहि सुनहि संतत सठ मना सकल सुमंगलदायक रघुनायक गुण गान सादर सुनहि ते तरहि भव सिंधु बिना जान। रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
Samudra Raja returned to his own abode. Nija bhavana gavanehu sindhu Sri Raghupatihi yaha mata bhayavu. And Sri Raghupati, like the advice given by ocean god, now Tulsidaji says, the best of my ability I sang the glory of Ramchandraji, which is the remover of all impurities of Kali, Kal. Raghupati's gunas are Sukha Bhavan, the abode of happiness, Samshaya Dhamana, dispeller of all doubts, Dhavana Vishad, remover of depression, dejection. Best way is to listen to Bhagavan's glories. Give up all false hopes and non-dependable supports. Singing Bhagavan Ramchandraji's virtues, they are giver of auspiciousness, and those who listen to this with great devotion and reverence, then they cross over the ocean of samsara without any boat or ship. Means Rama Nama itself is the nauka. With this, Tulsidaji concludes the most beautiful canto Sundarakand. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. Now the sixth sopan in Tulsi Ramayana is known as Lanka Kant. In Valmiki Ramayanam it is called Yuddha Kant. There are some beautiful slokas are here. Now let us see.
Ramam Kamari Sevyam Bhavavayaharanam Kalamatte Simham Yogindram Jnanagamyam Gunanidhimajitam Nirgunam Nirvikaram Mayatitam Suresham Kalavadhaniratam Brahmavindaikadevam Vande Kandavadatam Sarasijanayanam Devamurvishwarupam Shankhe Dvabhamati Vasundaratanum शार्दूलचर्माम्बरम् कालव्यालकरालभूषणधरम् गङ्गाशशाङ्कप्रियम् काशीशं कलिकल्मषौघशमनम् कल्याणकल्पद्रुमम् नौमीर्यं गिरिजापतिं गुणनिधिं कन्दर्पहं शङ्करम् यो ददाति सतां शम्भुः कैवल्यमपि दुर्लभम् खलानां दण्डकृत्योऽसौ शङ्करशं तनोतु मे
शङ्करशं तनोतु मे। Ramam Vande. I bow down to Ramchandra ji. Now all these are adjective to Ramchandra ji. Kamari Sevyam. One who is meditated upon Lord Shiva. Kamari means the one who is enemy to Hari, means enemy to Kamadev, means he destroyed Kamadev. Bhava Bhaya Haranam. The one who is a remover of the fear of samsara. Bhava means samsara. What is bhav means to be. Bhu bhav, that is the root in Sanskrit. Bhu bhava means to be. In samsara what happened? Everybody wants to be different. Nobody is able to accept as they are. If you ask any teenager, what is that you want to be? They will say so many things, isn't it? I want to be an actor or actress, Bollywood character or Hollywood character and all that, or businessman. And when you have become a successful businessman, you ask him what you want to be. I want to be the topmost, isn't it? And I should come, my name should come in the, what is that? The Forbes, one of the billionaires, the top millionaires, like that. So nobody is able to accept as they are now. I want to be different. Only in a different situation and position and circumstances, I will be happier. Now what happened? I am not happy. So this, we continuously postponing our happiness for future. This is called Bhavaroga. I remember my mother used to buy vegetables from the market and put it in the refrigerator. Next day she will go and look at it. The one who is getting, bad, she will pick up those. The good one she put it back there. And that she will cut and make the curry. And what is the result? Every day you are getting the rotten vegetables. Good ones are kept back. That this is what is happening to us. We are forgetting this is the moment to enjoy. That we forget. We postpone our happiness for tomorrow. That's what is happening. That's called Bhavaroga. That Bhavaroga, Bhagavan removes. Kalamattebha Simham. He is the lion for the elephant of death. Death is compared with elephant. Elephants are afraid of lion. Yogindram, the king of all yogis. Jnanagamyam, at the same time, one can realize him through knowledge. Gunanidhim, the very treasure of virtues. Achitam, the one who is not conquered by anyone. Nirgunam, attributeless. Nirvikaram, free from modification. Mayatitam, beyond Maya. Suresham, the Lord of all gods. Kalavadha niratam. At the moment Bhagavan is engaged in destroying the evil thoughts in us, the evil doers. Brahma Vrindaika Devam, one God for all the Brahmanas. Kandavatatam. Kandavatatam means a beautiful as a cloud laden with moisture, water-bearing clouds. Sarasija Nayanam, most beautiful eyed. Deva Movisha Rupam, the Lord of Prithvi, that Bhagavan Ramchandraji, I do namaskar. Then the second verse, I bow down to that worshipful Shankara Bhagavan. Shankendvabham ativa sundaratanum, shining like a conch shell or the moon, and most handsome. Shardhula charmambaram, clad in a tiger's skin. Kala vyala karala bhushana dharam, his ornaments are snake. Snake represented death, time, and that is the ornament for Bhagavan. Time is the ornament for Bhagavan. Ganga Shashanka Priyam, a very dear to Gangaji and Chandrama. Kashi Sham, the Lord of Kashi. Kalikalma Shaukha Shamanam, he is the remover of all impurities of Kaligal. Kalyana Kalpatrumam, not only he removes the impurities, but bestows on us auspiciousness, the fulfiller of all our wishes. Girijapati, Lord of Girija, Parvati. Gunanidhim, treasure of virtues. Kandarpaham, destroyer of Kamadeva. Shankaram, giver of auspiciousness. Third one, Shankaraha Shamtanotu me. This Shankara Bhagavan bless me with all auspiciousness. Yo dadadi satam sambhuhu kaivalyam api durlabham. Those noble people Bhagavan gave most difficult to gain, that is moksha. He is pleased easily. He is called Ashutosh Bhagavan. Khalanam dandagrityosau. At the same time, punish the wicked also. That Lord Shiva, may you bless me. And there is a doha also, which we have not read. I'll give you the meaning. The bow that Bhagavan holds is Kala Dand. That is indivisible time. That Kalam also divided into particles, different Kala. Time is divided into units. So that is Paramanu, twinkling, a moment, a year, age, and a cycle. They are the fierce arrows of Bhagavan. Remember, O mind, that Lord, only then you will be free from fear of time. Now, the God of ocean told that, please build a bridge here, then you can cross the ocean. Now the question comes, why Bhagavan had to build a bridge? These Rakshasas were going by air across the ocean easily. So that means they are greater than God, isn't it? Now this bridge is of different setu. Beautiful symbolism is there. Ravana had the aerial car and free to fly over the ocean. But what was he doing? Abducting Sita ji, etc. That represents licentiousness. Bhagavan built the bridge. Bridge is something even an ant also can cross the bridge. It is open for everybody. All can cross. Bhagavan is total, and hence he think of the totality. This is called Dharma Setu, bridge of righteousness. Ocean signify the ocean of samsara. If you want to cross the ocean of samsara, then live a life of dharma, righteousness. Everybody's participation is there in building the bridge. Therefore, the bridge has that synergy to help cross others. Bhagavan said, now let us start the work. Nala, Neela were engineers. They were blessed by gods. They bring big rocks and stones and give to Nala, Neela. They start writing. Ra in one stone, another is Ma, another stone. When you put together, it joins and seals. Nala, Neela had a boat. Anything they throw in water, it will float. But with Ram Nam, they could join the stone together. Now this was going on. Everybody was busy constructing the bridge. And Bhagavan was just standing there doing nothing. So he also thought, see, writing my name, the stone is floating. But suppose I myself throw the stone, what happened? He wanted to see. But he wanted to experiment that, but he didn't want to do in front of everybody. So he went far away, nobody is watching. He took one stone and threw it. What happened? It went down. Then he looked around, nobody is watching. No, Hanumanji was there. And he looked at Hanumanji and said, did you see it? Yes, Bhagavan. What do you think? He said, oh Lord, if you leave someone, that person will drown. If you drop, who can save that person? If a rock can float, why not man also float in samsara also? Now bridge was built. Whose glory is that? It is Bhagavan's glory. It was the greatness of Bhagavan, Ramachandraji, his name. Pitiable are those people who run after other people and things, leaving this Bhagavan Ram. Bhagavan, what he did as soon as the bridge was constructed, finished, of course, before going there, he prayed to Lord Shiva and he established there Rameshwara, Lord Shiva. But after taking blessing from Bhagavan, he went and stood on the bridge. Then what happened? A miracle happened. And this is the beauty of Tulsidaji Ramayanam. And when the entire creature in the ocean, oceanic creatures, when they saw the beauty of Bhagavan, what they did was, they all came to see Bhagavan. So what happened? Both sides, they lined up along the bridge, up to Lanka. Then what happened? The bridge became an extended bridge. And all of them went into Samadhi, seeing Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan said, now this is the chance, all of you go. So because these oceanic creatures, they were in Samadhi, they didn't know who is stepping on them, nothing. So then Jambavan looked at Bhagavan, Bhagavan, you could have done this before. But then Bhagavan said, well, how will I do it? I don't have to have a place to stand first. You built the bridge so I could stand. So all those monkeys, otherwise think about it, a small bridge, there is billions of monkeys. By the time they cross, how long it will take? Bhagavan said, you start walking over them, they will not know that also, because the bridge was narrow And how much time it will take to cross all the monkeys, millions of monkeys. The idea is you do 1%, 99% is done by Bhagavan only. They all walked over those sharks and other oceanic creatures. They were like rocks, didn't know anyone walking over them. All of them crossed the ocean. Now they are already in the land of Lanka. Even as a political strategy, Ravana is making a mistake. You are allowing your enemy to come to your own door. That is a mistake. But he already made a resolve that he wanted to die in the hands of Bhagavan. Okay, now Ravana come to Darbar. What is the news? All the ministers said, news? Maharaj, they built the bridge over the ocean. What? Now, Ravana was surprised. He never thought that they will do it. He thought that this ocean will protect him. But then he had 10 heads. 10 heads came out saying the 10 different names of synonyms of ocean. Each head said 10 names of Samudra, he says, because all the 10 heads he uses one name of Samudra Devata. Is it true? He was surprised. Then suddenly he remembers, I should not show my anxiety. He said, okay, no. So what? Now Mandodari heard this. She tried to put some sense in his head. Again telling, please surrender to Rama, I return to Sita ji. But he did not listen to her. Mandodari understood now his luck and everything is over. Vinasha kale viparita buddhi. When the time of destruction comes, your buddhi gets perverted. Now Ravana had one son, Prahasta. That one was very intelligent. He also came and he also told Ravana that he should follow the advice of Vibhishana, Kaka, or Mandodari. But he got angry. You are my son and talking like this. Now two pictures here. Bhagavan Ramchandraji with his Sugriva and Vibhishana, Hanuman, Angad sitting together. A beautiful picture. Bhagavan was lying down in the lap of Hanumanji, and Angad and Sugriva were massaging his feet. He was just lying down looking towards Lanka. Bhagavan looking at the moon and asking, what is the dark spot in the moon? Give your views. Everybody tried to give some idea, but Hanumanji's idea was the best. He said, that moon is your devotee. So he is constantly meditating upon you. Therefore, some of your blue color has gone there. That is the dark spot you see. And what happening was, that evening, Ravana at the top of the mountain, he has got a dancing hall, theater, where dance and music happens. And he was enjoying beautiful dance and music. And he was seated in his throne with umbrella over his head. And Mandodari had some celestial earrings. It was shining in the moonlight. Bhagavan saw this. First Bhagavan thought, looking at the umbrella, he thought that it is clouds are gathered and lightning and thunder is there. This is what he thought, because her earring was, shining like a lightning. But Vibhishana said, no, it is nothing like that. Ravana is enjoying this Rangashala. He wants to show that he doesn't care that you are here. Oh, that is the thing. So Bhagavan took one simple arrow and shot. Suddenly what happened? Ravana's crown fell down, umbrella fell down, and Mandodari's earring also fell down, broken, complete. And nobody knew what happened. And that arrow doing all this came back. Mandodari immediately said, "Oh Lord, please don't underestimate Lord Rama. He is what in Vedas we read, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha. In Bhagavad also said, Patal is Bhagavan's feet and Brahmalok is his head. That Virat Purusha is Bhagavan. Please do not have any enmity with him." But Ravana laughed. When situation is serious, you laugh means it is madness. Now, next day, Bhagavan asked everyone, what shall we do? Someone said we should give one more chance to Ravana to think. We must send one messenger. Now, whom to send? Send Hanumanji. And Hanumanji said, no. If we keep sending one Hanumanji, then they think that we have only one monkey. Now this time we sent Angad. Now Angad has become totally different now. Developed 100% faith in Bhagavan. He is a changed person. Yes, everybody agreed. And Angad also said, I am ready to go. Now Angad asked Bhagavan, you give some guidance. Bhagavan said, negotiate with that enemy in such a way that our work is also accomplished and no harm comes to him also. See, Bhagavan is thinking about his enemy also. Bhagavan never harms even his enemy. Now, Angad went. This portion is the most entertaining portion in Ramayana. The one portion we saw, Parashurama with Lakshmana. The same way here also, Angad conversation with Ravana. It's hilarious actually. In Rama Leela, they elaborately tell this Angad Ravana Samvad. The moment Angada go there, this Ravana's children, see, Ravana had so many wives, see, not only Mandodari is the main one, but he has brought all Nagakanyas, Yakshakanyas, then Devatas, all those beautiful girls, whoever he met, he brought them by force. And they all accepted him also, because there is no other choice. So they all have children, their own children. So what happened? They were all playing on the ground. And and when one of the children made fun of Angada, aa gaya mangi, like that, they must have said. There was some quarrel. They picked up a quarrel with him. And Angad gave one blow to one Rakshasa. He happened to be Ravana's son. And he died on the spot. Because everybody saw monkey, this monkey, and they all thought that monkey has returned. Because they cannot recognize between monkeys who is who. It's like you go to China and you look at Chinese. It took 6 months for me to recognize. Everybody looks same. Same way. These Rakshasas also thought they saw only monkey. So I immediately remembered that monkey who burned Lanka returned. They got frightened. They said that Hanuman has come again. All got scared. They themselves started showing Ravana's darbar. Aye. Now, Ravana was sitting there. Yes, so there is a beautiful episode there. See, Ravana did not offer a seat for him. He is a messenger of Rama. He knew, but he did not offer him any seat. So Angad, what he did, he made himself a seat with his tail rolling around. And then also saw to it is higher than Ravana. Now Ravana has to look up to him to talk. He asked, who are you? You know, there was one friend of yours called Vali. You remember? I am his son. Ravana said, he is my friend and you are his son. And why are you coming from the opposite party? Where is your father? And you know what Angad said? In a few days, you will go and meet him. And you can ask him how he is. Do you know to whom you are talking? I said, yes, I know which Ravana you are. I know 3 Ravanas. One Ravana that was taken to Patalalok, you are put in jail. See, in Mahabali, he went to attack Mahabali. At that time, Bhagavan Vishnu himself was guarding Mahabali. Bhagavan did not allow him to go inside to see Mahabali. He defeated him there only and put him in jail. And your father went and pleaded, and that is how you are released. Second Ravana is the one got defeated by Sahasrabahu. That story I told you. Third was, my father also defeated you. Now, which Ravana you are? So there was a long conversation. And then Ravana could not take it anymore. He started insulting Ramchandraji. And when he started insulting Ramchandraji, Angada could not take it. He got angry. And he put his foot there on the ground. He challenged the whole Sabha. If anyone can lift or anyone or a group of people can lift my leg an inch, then you can keep Sitaji. Look at this. This is Angada's courage. And each one, because this is a good chance, now Angada promised. Each one thought that this is a good chance. He's only a one monkey standing with his foot put on the ground. We will be able to lift it. They tried. None of them could move an inch. Then the whole Rakshasa group, they came in. Finally, Indrajit also went to lift his leg. Nothing happened. And finally, Ravana thought, I will have to go. Because Ravana had this great strength that single-handed he lifted Kailas Parvat, such mighty, powerful Ravana. He thought lifting this monkey is like nothing. So he got down from his seat, from his throne, came down, and he bent down to lift the Angada's leg. At that time what Angada did, he moved his leg and said, why are you touching my feet? You touch the feet of Bhagavan. And in the process what happened? His 10 heads, the 10 crowns were there, no? They fell down. And immediately Angada picked up 4 of them and threw it to Ramchandraji. And this monkeys got frightened, what is coming? But Hanumanji caught all of them. Said, Angada said, why are you touching my feet? Go and touch Ramchandraji's feet. Suddenly Ravana felt ashamed. What am I doing? I am touching the feet of a monkey. That time Angad banged the ground with his hand. The whole building was shaken. Ravana's mukut also fell down. He quickly picking up and put it back on his head, but out of that 4 of them Angada caught and threw them towards Ramachandraji. Monkey saw the crown coming with speed, got frightened, but Hanumanji caught them. Bhagavan understood it is Ravana's mukut. Then what happened? We will see tomorrow.